What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Pints Putts. On today, we have a friend who's also a member at Manchester Country Club. We got Will with us.
So you've been in the beer industry for 21 years.
Correct.
Right? So no matter where you go, you're finding craft beer, at least, in the States. What have you seen as far as kind of like changes, coming back from 21 years ago? Like you said, you were selling mostly Anheuser products.
Right. Well, when I first started, Budweiser, Heineken, Bud Light, those were our core items. And as years went by, we started noticing as the next generation of drinkers are coming up, their taste buds are a lot different from when I was growing up, where you had your Budweiser in your refrigerator or your Heineken, and that's all that,
That's all you had.
That's all.
Yeah.
There was a lot of loyalty to that brand.
Did you like Coors or did you like Budweiser?
Yeah.
But now with this IPA craze, it's just, if you don't have the best and the latest stuff, you're almost gone with the dead in the water. And that's why a lot of these smaller craft breweries, they're constantly changing their game.
Yeah.
They, like back east, they have their Ice Cream Man, their double scoops. Now they're doing a triple scoop. They have their Tony Goes Dancing.
Yeah.
It's just
Different iterations.
they're constantly
different things.
constantly changing up because of that drinker has no loyalty to any brand. Right. And I notice it when I'm at accounts and I notice someone walking in, and the first thing they do is they grab their phone and they go on the beer app and they're trying to figure out what's this beer. They're looking for the ratings and this and this and that. So growing up, or when I first started in the business, there was none of that.
Nah. What was your first handicap?
My first handicap was like a 14. And this guy told me, he goes, "You want to get better? Get fitted." Ever since then, my game's gotten better because of that.
Mm-hmm. We're going to play a little putting game.
A little game we call Wolf.
You know what I've seen a lot? I've seen a lot of people rate beers like this, lagers and pilsners, as like really low. They're like, oh, just Bud Light. It's like, well,
it's a different style.
It's not an IPA.
Exactly.
And that's what they think. It's going to be, and this is the uneducated like craft beer drinker, if you will. The IPA
and
craze.
I think as far as the lager are concerned, you're gonna be seeing a lot more.
I hope so.
Breweries brewing lagers and
I hope
and ales because, those are good beers. Crisp.
Yes.
Clean, crisp.
Why do you think some of the biggest breweries brew lagers?
Exactly. These IPAs, they're all good and dandy, but if you pound 3 of them, you better be ready. You know what I mean?
For the morning after too, yeah.
Forget about that part. You get a 4-pack of these and you leave it in the fridge and you forget about it for a month and you come back, that beer is still good.
That beer's still
good.
You
forget about an IPA for 4 weeks in the fridge. There's some that just fall off really quick. Yeah.
It changes.
Yeah, these beers, if they're out too long, it's no good.
And that's also probably a thing too, like not beneficial with the untapped like beer rating thing, is because if somebody gets a beer that's like, they go to the liquor store, they pick it up, and it's been sitting on the shelf for like a month or two, it's obviously not going to be fresh, and they may rate it bad because they just had an old batch.
You missed it. You missed. So you're whoa. You're up. You get to pick. Oh, he's got WOL.
Whoa.
Have you guys had to do a lot of educating for yourselves in order to sell the beer now? Because there's so many different kinds.
So what we do is we have our Friday morning meetings, and during our meetings, we crack some beers, and we don't drink a ton of it.
But you're doing like a tasting.
But we taste our products, and we usually look at our managers and say, or wow, this is real good, and that gives them a sense of how they're going to order this beer. for us to go out and distribute, or they get that look from us like, this shit's no good. You know what I mean? And we've had a lot of them. I mean, you're gonna get good ones and you're gonna get bad ones.
Yeah.
And
It's inevitable.
but
especially, I mean, in a market that is so oversaturated, you got
gonna happen.
you got a like I was saying earlier, you got a brewery on every corner,
and
everyone's not going to be good.
Everyone's fighting for that cooler space.
Yeah,
This is why you get like Anheuser-Busch. They're picking up a lot of breweries like Blue Point, Goose Island.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of them. They're picking up all these breweries to kind of stay within, that competition.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know. Ooh, somebody might have wolf.
I might.
Oh!
Got it.
He's out! He's out!
Nowadays, when do you see a 21-year-old jump into Bud Heavy?
You don't. I mean, maybe picking up a pack of Keystone or something because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
cheap
'cause it's
on a
cheap.
college,
Yeah,
on a
Natty
college
Light.
budget
Yeah,
type of
yeah.
thing. Natty Light, yeah.
But you very seldom see that next generation grabbing the Bud Heavies, the Coors Originals, the whatever it might be, as far as these big breweries.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's something I actually haven't really put a lot of thought into, but I got a neighbor across the street that's like just barely 21, and I saw him one day walking out, a couple 4-packs, and he looked like he was going out for the night, and I was like, when I was your age, it was like throw a 30-pack on the shoulder and head out. Like there
Yeah.
was no grab a couple 4-packs of beer and head out to have a good time. It was like, it's so different now.
It's so different, and it's so.
I was spoiled. I was probably a misnomer, but I grew up in Munson, so I had Treehouse. I grew up in
my
Treehouse.
God, that's
So it's like,
one of my favorites.
Little
The
Miss-
Julius.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Very good. But like, he says that, and I'm like, well, I mean, I can relate to that.
Yeah.
Oh, he walked it in like that.
He's heating up.
You don't have any words yet, huh?
Nope.
Got a W.
Oh, it's fine. Come on, Will. No! I won! I think that's the first time I actually won.
Yeah, Pints and Putts. Thank you guys, man.
Thank you. Thank you.